Hey everybody, good afternoon and welcome back to Mad Horse Barbecue. My name is Brian, and in today's video we're going to keep it super simple, and we're going to do a homemade Chex Mix. We're going to throw it out on the Z-Grill 700D3, and we're going to cook it on that Z-Grill as you were per the oven. We can call this one like Grandma's Chex Mix. You know, growing up as a kid, you know, anytime around the holidays or anytime we had parties and we went over to Grandma's house, you know, she'd always have Chex Mix, and you know, she didn't buy just the stuff you can buy in a bag. That stuff's great, I love that stuff, but she'd actually buy the individual cereals, put them all together, bake them in the oven, and it was just absolutely fantastic. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna do it out on the pellet grill. Again, remember, anything you can cook in the oven, you can cook on the pellet grill, and that's, maybe there's something I'm not thinking of, but you know, a pellet grill is essentially just a wood-fired oven. But yeah, I got the Z-Grills going right now, so the first thing we actually gotta do is we gotta get the butter melted down. And like I said, we're gonna do everything out on the Z-Grills. You know, I could just throw the butter right in the microwave, but we're gonna do everything out on a pellet grill. So first things first, let's get some butter in a bowl with some seasoning and we'll get it out on the Z-Grills. All right, first things first, we got some ingredients in front of us. We got about 6 tablespoons of butter. That's what this recipe is calling for. If you want to know where I got this recipe from, I got it right from ChexMix.com or like the Chex Mix webpage. Like I said, super simple, and I've done the recipe before and absolutely love it. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna do it just a little different, obviously. But we got about 6 tablespoons of butter. We are gonna take a little bit of the Blues Hog Wild Wing sauce. I love the flavor of this. And we're just gonna put a little bit in there. Then we're gonna take about 2 tablespoons of W sauce. And I'm not measuring this at all. Call that good. And then we're gonna throw just a little bit of seasoning into this mix. We're gonna use my buddy Darren's Ash Kickin' Barbecue Honey Chipotle Barbecue rub in it. Not a lot. This isn't gonna be the main rub I'm gonna use on the Chex Mix, but I'm gonna add just a little bit to the mixture here. So call that good. We'll get that out on the Z-Grills. Butter on, lid shut. Z-Grills is set. I don't know if you can see that. Well, we're at 250, so that's what we're gonna run at 250. I'm gonna guess this butter's probably gonna take about 20-30 minutes to melt down. So once the butter is melted down, obviously we're gonna pull it off. We're gonna mix it in Chex Mix, but while we're waiting for it to melt down, let's take you back inside and let's put together the party mix. All right, real quick, let's just go over the ingredients we're gonna use today. We're gonna use 3 different kinds of Chex Mix. We're gonna use the rice, the corn, and the wheat. These are gonna be 3 cups of each in this Chex Mix, so that's gonna be that. And then you can see we got some other snacks in front of us. We got some mixed nuts. Actually, not mixed nuts, they're just cashews. I'm kind of allergic to like almonds, and most mixed nuts have almonds in it. And I don't know, I just like cashews in my Chex Mix. Use whatever you want, but we're gonna use cashews. We're gonna use some of the rye chips out of the Gardettos here. And then we're gonna use some pretzels. Like I said, 3 cups of each on the cereal, 1 cup of each on this. So easiest way to do this is just gonna be get yourself a disposable pan, and let's just get to mixing. Real quick, this Chex Mix recipe, believe it or not, is right on the back of this box of cereal as well. Yeah, go figure, you know, website, cereal box. And they also got some Muddy Buddies that kind of looks like puppy chow to me, but good on the cereal. And then, like I said, with the other snacks here, we're gonna do 1 cup of each of that. But real quick, I'm just gonna mix this up. And we're just gonna mix everything together. Could use a little bit bigger of a pan, but we'll make this work. Okay, and now we're just waiting on that butter to melt. So once that butter's melted, we'll pick back up. All right, guys, we are back. I got my melted butter concoction right here. You can see what I went ahead and did is I had an extra pan, and I just didn't like I didn't like how full the pan was, and when I was gonna go to turn it, I was gonna make a mess. So I just decided to do this in 2 pans. So what we're gonna do now is we got our melted butter right here. We're just gonna do half on this pan, half on that pan, obviously. And by half, I mean I'm gonna eyeball it and see where I get. I think that's about half. There. I tried that melted butter when I came in, and I love the flavor that Blues Hog that Blues Hog wing sauce or wild sauce gives to it. So got a spatula now. We're just gonna mix these 2 together real nice. Should be good. And then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take a little bit of rub here. We're gonna go ahead with the Butcher Barbecue Grilling Edition. I've used this stuff kind of like an all-purpose, and there really isn't anything I don't use it on. So we're just gonna go ahead and season this to taste. Use as much or use the amount you want to use. Boy, words are tough sometimes. Gonna give it a good, give it a good dusting. We're gonna mix it up again. And that's good. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna put these both back out on the Z-Grills. Z-Grills is still set to 250. 250 is gonna be the cook time for this whole cook, so let's go put them on the Z-Grills. All right, Chex Mix right onto the Z-Grills. 1 pan, 2 pans. Go ahead and close this thing down. So I think total cook time on this thing is probably gonna be close to an hour, hour and a half. But what we're gonna go ahead and do is during that cook, we're gonna open this up about every 15 or 20 minutes or so, and we're just gonna mix the Chex Mix up. So pretty simple cook, but when we open it up to mix it up, we'll check back in. So we'll see you in just a little bit. All right, guys, first 15 minutes is up. So like I said, I'm just gonna open this up, take my spatula here, just kind of move things around. This is why I wanted to move it into 2 pans, because it would have been, I just would have made such a mess if I'd left this all in 1 pan. So that'll be good. Close this down and let it go for another 15 minutes. All right, guys, we're 45 minutes in. I didn't pick back up at the 30-minute mark just because, well, we're doing the same thing. So 45 minutes in, give it another mix. Boom, probably close this thing down, let it go for another 15, 30 minutes, and I think it's gonna be about done. So I think we will pick back up one more time when we're inside and we're trying this stuff out. So we'll see you then. Tink. All right, guys, we are back and the Chex Mix is done. It's been inside now cool and fried for about 15 to 20 minutes. You know, most recipes call that when you bring it in, you just put it on some paper towel and let it dry. But I find that if you just let it cool off in these pans, it's plenty fine. Total cook time was 1 hour and 15 minutes. Not much to say, so let's go ahead. I'll turn you around and we'll do a taste test. All right, best way to eat this is just take a handful and give it a shot. That's really good. It's such a simple recipe. You know, I didn't do anything special with this. You know, I did add a little bit of stuff to the butter, but that's just all taste preference. I kind of like a buffalo flavored snack mix, which you can definitely taste a little bit of that in there, but it's not overpowering. If anything, if I was just making this strictly for myself, I'd probably add quite a bit more of it in there, but you know, it'll be fine. So now besides that, give this a shot. You know, super easy snack to do for the holidays. Really doesn't take much time at all. If you want, you can do it right in the oven. Hell, there's a recipe that you can do it in the microwave. It's just, if you have the pellet grill and you have a little bit of time on your hands, just throw it on there. And the good thing about this is I'm gonna put this in a Ziploc bag in a day or 2 from now. It's gonna taste even more smoky. Because right now it's really faint. You know, that's a good part about smoking at, or grilling at 250 on a pellet grill is at 250. It's not a thick white smoke. I know a lot of people like that thick white smoke, but to me, it just, I used to when I first started cooking, and now it's, I just don't really care for it anymore, whether my tastes changed or just knowing that that thick white smoke necessarily isn't the best kind of smoke. At least that's what at least that's what they say. But this is just a real faint taste, and it's absolutely fantastic. So now besides that, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. You guys and girls, have a great day. Thank you for watching. Skol Vikings. See you next time.